Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Get ready.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Slam.
Now Bell. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Geis. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Washington.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. To Thompson on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Trubisky, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 32 that time. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Number 53, Mike 53. I'm coming.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Come, 180. Check 53, Mike. Watch the slant.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 34 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. But that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Geis on the counter. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Haskins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kill. Check safety, check. Hey, ball.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Kill. Alert. Red, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, alert. Come. Slam. Alert.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he finds Stills, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes our score 17-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go with Thompson again. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 10.
This is Thompson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Haskins. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
1st down, Redskins.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, this is Geis. Pushes him over. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Switch.
They'll go again to Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 29, Trubisky. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Thompson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Haskins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. And that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Bring it.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. And Stills bringing it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Right here. You go tight. You got tight. You ran.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
We own them. Move. 55, Mike 55. Go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Let's go now. 42 flag. 2.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
One final shot for Haskins. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.